You're on the punchline with Kelly Pavlik and James Dominguez, and we are going to go over this weekend's fights and then answer y'all questions.
We are. We're going to go over some questions today, and we got some topics. We got some things that came up today in the fight world. I don't even think Kelly knows about it today.
No, I haven't heard anything yet.
It's crazy. We got some crazy stuff going on today. I'm hearing that Vostok's fighting Adonis Stevenson. That he got ordered. Adonis Stevens got ordered to fight Vostok.
Well, that should be a good one for him.
For as long as it lasts for him.
How long do you think that's going to last?
Yeah, I'll give him 5-6 rounds before Vostok tracks him down and beats him up.
I don't know if I could even see that coming. How come I can't get back? Why is this
I can't get on there either. I can't see the screen either. It's saying are you in trouble with the screen? It's saying the live video should start soon. Thanks for your patience. Saying that on his too. What? Okay.
Yeah. I to be honest with you, I don't even know if I can see that going that far.
No.
Because I don't see. How you say his last name? Volstic. I don't see him going at being as timid.
Yeah.
As Jack was. I don't. I see him coming in to fight, and I see Adonis happen to fight. I see Adonis getting tired even quicker. I just see a beat up.
I'd agree.
Beat up session.
I'd agree with that. Oh, that's weird. Look, everything's the other direction. See that? You notice the screen is like that. Sitting on the other side now. That's weird.
How did you get that to work?
I closed out, turned it back, and clicked on the middle. There. Oh. I get back in. I've been having the same trouble. Close it out and then turn it on again.
Close out like completely out?
Yeah, and then come back on, go back on. So we were in Dallas this weekend.
That we were.
And we saw some decent fights. I'm not gonna say they were great. They were decent. They were decent. I mean, it wasn't the most exciting card I've ever been to, but I was happy to see a few good friends of ours on the card. Like Granados on there, and
I think no, it's hot, Scott. It's fucking hot out today. So, I think they were good matchups. To be honest with you, yeah. I just think the outcomes weren't what we. And it's kind of the same thing that happened with the Lomachenko card. The fights didn't live up to what they were supposed to be.
No, they didn't.
Oh, guess who's in today?
Viking Herm's in today.
Viking Herm made it in.
Yeah, but they, just some of these fights didn't live up.
No, I heard Viking Herm went to Dallas and tried to look for us, couldn't find us.
Viking Herm did not go to Dallas. However, Kelly brought him back a souvenir. And in the inspiration that I have from regular Texas talk, I've started practicing. Get along, little doggy. Remember the Alamo. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yeah, well, let's go ahead and start with the Granados and Fortuna fight, how that one shook out.
Well, we both kind of agreed on that. I think I put it in the post. I think he turned up the heat.
Well, he did. He did.
Fortuna didn't want to stay in the kitchen. Literally wanted to fucking get out. He knew what was happening.
They didn't find anything wrong with Fortuna, I'm hearing, either. He was fine. He was released a little bit later.
And everybody's saying, oh, because ref was so bad, I would have done the same thing.
Oh, yeah, I heard that people are saying that, he was ref was so bad, I would have quit like that, too. What the fuck are you talking about? You would have quit. How many times did he have Granados hurt in that fight? Half a dozen?
Problem, here's what happened. Fucking Granados was turning it up and was in his ass. If Fortuna was getting tired and knew that there was a lot of fight left and that, I'm not going to get stopped or knocked out.
So I'm going to look for a way out.
That was exactly what it was. And if you can't fucking see that, then you need to quit watching boxing because that's exactly what happened.
It's true. What did we say the round or two before? I said he's looking for a way out. Remember that?
Yeah.
I reached over at you said that because
you can see it. You can see everything in his face. The look of fight in his face was gone.
He's a fucking prick anyway. Let's be honest. Tuna's a fucking prick.
Yeah.
A friend of ours went with us to the fights. Never been to a fight before, and he met us. He drove 6 hours from where he lives at to come up there. Scott Best and Rebecca, I want to thank them for coming up and chauffeuring us around, by the way. That was awesome of them to do that for us. And they came to see the fight, and he brought a glove and things, wanted to get signed by the fighters, and all the fighters were pretty good about signing. Especially Granados was really excited about signing, taking pictures, just, and he just got through weighing in, so he's hungry, you know what I mean? And he still made time to do that. And then he asked Fortuna. Fortuna said, "No, I'm not signing an autograph." I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? No. I really hoped he got beat the shit beat up after that.
Yep. Timothy Gordon. Hold on, let's start. Gennaro Ortiz says, I have Lomachenko over Garcia. What do you guys think?
I would agree with you, but then we'd both be wrong.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a very close fight. I truly do. But I've really been going back to it, and I may be wrong, but I don't care. I mean, it is a little biased, but at the same time, I really try to push the bias to the side, and really talking with James over this too, and especially in Dallas. I think that Mikey Garcia is just, first of all, the main reason is that he's naturally bigger. Secondly, I just think that his skill set is good. It's just spot on. He don't make many mistakes, and he can adapt quickly in the ring and pick up on things. And I just see Mikey being a little too much for Lomachenko as the fight progresses. So
I mean, we could actually do that. We could actually put the replays on the background. Right now, I think it's, well, I was going to explain that. There's licensing things. There's licensing agreements that I don't think we're allowed to break right now. Some of the other shows do that. But I think they're doing that shit illegally, and if they get caught, they're gonna get the shit suit right out of them for it. Our producer's pretty much on the laws of that, on the legalities of that, so we really don't want to test it. You have other shows doing it because they don't have shit to lose. You know what I mean? Yeah. We have the ability to put video, and every time once in a while we'll throw a video on there. We'll sneak one in, but for the most part, throwing a fight on there or stuff, we just can't do it legally. And
some of these other guys too, sites, they may already have an agreement with the promoters. I mean, they've been involved with these promoters for a long time too, though, and been covering. So we don't know, but we just don't want to take no chances right now.
I don't think if you're doing a fucking show out of your bathroom, I don't think you have any agreement with the promoter. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think you're just posting shit.
Let me answer Dave. How loud was the Spence body shot? I don't think it was that loud. From what I couldn't hear it in there. I don't think that it was so much a big power shot. I think that how he threw it, where he landed, and how he turned it over. You don't have to hit somebody hard there at all. I mean, that was just the right shot at the right time, and it somebody asked me today, like, is a liver shot that bad? I said, put it this way: no matter who you are, what human being you are, you're not getting up in less than 10 seconds.
I heard the shot land. I didn't hear the first shot. I heard the liver shot land.
It was hard to see because the ref was in the way and the crowd was loud.
I heard the shot. Well, I was sitting different than you were, but I did hear it. Somebody said they saw us on TV at that fight. They saw us when they were dragging Fortuna out on that fucking stretcher. They saw us on the TV.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They go, what were you doing? I said, not giving a fuck. Literally not giving a fuck. What's up, Les? Nice to see you, Les, from all the way from Australia. Les has been involved in the sport for a long time. I like Les a lot.
Simon says, did seeing Spence live change your thoughts about Spence versus Crawford? No. Because it really wasn't much to really see this fight live. So I can't say that.
For everybody coming down on Spence's opponent, let's not forget the fact that Crawford's opponent was not that fucking great himself. No. You know what I mean? Oh, well, Spence fought a nobody. Well, let's face it, guys. Come on. Horn wasn't everything that they said he was either.
Yeah.
And
he looked good. He lost to a fucking very old Pacquiao.
Yeah.
That he was double the size of.
He won the fight, but he lost to it. Yeah. I had him losing that
That's
fight.
What I mean. Yeah, that's what. Thanks.
Thank you, Gennaro. No, I mean,
appreciate it, Gennaro.
We're back to Gennaro's question. I got, we've been over it 100 times, but it doesn't get old. I got Mikey winning on his size and his perfect technique. That means something. And people are saying, oh, well, look at Lomachenko's perfect technique. He absolutely does not have perfect technique. He has perfect athleticism. There's a big difference. He does a lot of things that I love, and he does a lot of things that I'm not a big fan of. He stays in the pocket a little bit too long. He's a little impatient. I find sometimes he's impatient.
Yep. No, I'm going to hit Damon and Simons. Well, Casper first. Are we fed up with fights where the fighter he almost zero chance of winning? Example: Charlo, Centeno, Charlo, Trout, Spence, Camp. Tired of these set-up fights where these underdogs have little or no chance. No, but that you got to have some of those in there too. You're trying to make these big fights, and you got to put a guy. This kid was undefeated.
He was 22-0. I
mean, it was even if it went 5 or 6 rounds, and any fight when there's 2 hands or 4 hands flying, anything can happen. So you got to put that down too, first of all, before you can say that. And then you're going to have some of these fights in there. I mean, here and there. So I mean, you can't beat it up because of that. Let's see what happens and what plays out now. Now, if the next fight is like this again, then you can start fucking causing hell and bitching. But then Simon says, Sergio Moore tweeted that his timing of the body shot making a medicine ball meaningless. Your thoughts on conditioning your body for body shots?
Yeah.
You could have a 12-pack. First of all, the medicine ball, they had studies show that pounding somebody in the fucking stomach with that medicine ball does not do anything, and think about it. It has nothing to do with taking a body shot.
No.
It's your organs. Your organs, internal organs, are not going to fucking grow a 6-pack.
You can't strengthen your internal organs.
You can't. So, and it actually the medicine ball did more damage than good. But, a good body shot is just more so, the timing of it. When a guy's in the middle of a breath or don't see it coming, that's what hurts him. But anybody, if you had a flabby gut and you've seen a body shot coming, you can do enough to take the sting off of it. But when you don't see it coming, that's dangerous.
And, another thing, too, that people aren't explaining, not every fight is going to be a big-time fight. They cannot do it. You can't maintain, no promoter can maintain that, and no fighter can maintain these world A-level fights all the time. It's just not going to happen. You're going to need some of these road dogs to get in there and fight. You're going to need these B and C guys to get in there. I mean, if not, boxing just be for superstars. It wouldn't be for anybody coming up.
Exactly. Hey, Viking Herm, what would you do with a body shot? Are you drinking?
He's drinking.
Viking Herm always drinks. Hence, shots. That's the only shots that Viking Herm knows. As far as body shots go, I beg to differ. You can strengthen organs with the right amount of mead.
Jeff Reagan says, not too many big names are lining up to get in there with Spence either, so there will be fights like that. Exactly. Guys like Crawford and Spence and Mikey and Lomachenko, the only reason the guys are calling them up is for a big paycheck. They're not calling them up for a fight.
Well, you seen when all that shit went down with the welterweight fights. What fight was that? Garcia? And then the other fight, I forget which one it was. Everybody was screaming everybody else's name in the division. Nobody screamed Spence.
Danny Garcia.
Yeah, Danny Garcia fight. And they were all sidestepping fighting Spence. So.
You're exactly right. Les Veer said the best body puncher in the 140 was Kasha Zhu. I can't disagree with that. He was a great body puncher. But the problem with Kasha...
But Kasha Zhu wasn't southpaw, was he?
No.
No, he had said the best body puncher.
Oh, he was just talking about general at 140 pounds was Kasha Zhu.
Yeah, I mean, thinking for like Kasha Zhu.
Also, Spence is mandatory. No one else was available, and they wanted to fight in Dallas. And I agree with that. Yeah, I mean... Jeffrey says... You guys may not think much of this fight, but I thought about it yesterday. I'd love to see Horn and Ocampo. Not a major fight, I know, but something tells me Ocampo might be better than what we saw yesterday.
Well, yeah, we ain't going to be able to tell. You can't tell from that fight.
But I agree. Something like that would be interesting. And,
too awkward.
Well, what about the kid that fought Mikey Garcia?
Lipinets.
Lipinets and a guy like Horn.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about a fight. Because Lipinets, you can tell me all day he's 140. That motherfucker's big.
But
big.
But Horn's big for 147.
Yeah, but Lipinets is a big 40 too. Yeah, I mean, if you're talking Crawford and Spence at the same thing, you might as well throw Lipinets and Horn in there. You know what I mean?
How much does size matter in a Spence versus Crawford? I think it matters big time. I mean, hey, don't get me wrong. When you fight Crawford, every advantage is going to be fucking great. But Spence is just a very good technician, and being that big, I just see problems.
Yeah.
And believe me, James said it, and I seen it in Crawford. He don't like pressure, especially to the body. What do you think Spence is going to do?
He's going to go right to his body. He had Gamboa hurt him on the inside. Diaz hurt him on the inside. Horn caught him early and hurt him. I don't know if he hurt him. I think he stung him a little bit with that right hand. I'm saying if you get a guy like Spence to do it, who is a fast starter, where as opposed to Crawford's not a fast starter, it could be trouble. Yep. And now we're not even looking at that. We're looking at Crawford and Amir Khan. Like we were the first media source to state that 2 weeks ago, and now people are just hearing about it and they're writing it.
Everybody started talking shit about
oh my god,
that fight about Khan.
And that's what I don't fucking get. It blows my fucking mind. People talk shit about Amir Khan like he's some kind of fucking
bum. like seriously, like what fight? I know he got knocked out, but what fight was he getting his ass whooped in?
He's never been outboxed.
That's what I'm saying. So
if you're gonna catch him, and I made the comment today on one of the posts. It's not catching Amir Khan that knocks him out. It's how you catch him. Mm-hmm. It's not. I said he took the best from Maidana and Eric Morales. You're not just gonna fucking.
Exactly.
Or look, even sparring with Pacquiao, and it's different. It's a different world. Don't get me wrong. But you're sparring with a guy like Pacquiao. You're sparring with Mikey Garcia, and you're taking those shots.
Yeah.
It's how you catch the guy. You know what I mean?
Yep. And sometimes, Amir Khan left that chin to be caught when he comes in. He fights tall sometimes coming in.
And I think he gets lazy. I think somewhere in the fight he may lose focus and get lazy because things are easy.
It's easy for him. Same thing we said like with Lomachenko.
But I think also adding Joe Goosen to his camp did nothing but improve his standing. Now, I'm not saying he beats Crawford. I would never make a bet like that. I think Crawford is a once in a million fighter. Yeah. But you don't know. Amir Khan is the bigger man.
You can't say it's ridiculous to think that Khan beats him in a boxing match.
No.
You can't.
The guys fought at 154, right?
Yeah.
And Crawford's moved up from 140. There was a big disparity in size.
Just because a short time before that, people were talking about saying that Khan had the fastest hands in boxing and how good he is. But as soon as a couple of things, he gets knocked out. And I understand he got knocked out, but that didn't mean that he was getting his ass whipped in a fight or he was getting outboxed. He outboxed his opponents.
He beat the cowboy shit out of fucking Canelo until he got caught.
Yeah, exactly. Lester, Horn doesn't have a good cornerman. His trainer, Glenn Rushton, hasn't a clue. He wasn't. I don't think that mattered though.
I don't think, Les. I don't think that would even made a difference at that point.
Crawford figured him out quickly. He was awkward, and he was in Crawford's ass early on in the fight. But Crawford fucking figured it out and took care of business. And I don't think that I don't care who you had in his corner, that was going to make a difference in that fight. He was outgunned.
Jeffrey says that Khan versus Crawford fight is very intriguing. Khan was very well, has the ability to outbox Crawford. Very dangerous fight for Crawford. I agree. Yep. Chuck says, hey, Kelly, missing you fight. Thanks for so many amazing wars. Question for both of you. Who do you like in the upcoming Triple G Canelo fight that would you like to see for the either one of the following?
Well, first of all, thanks, Chuck. I appreciate it. I see Canelo winning it. I just think, this time that has passed, that Triple G is getting older, and he showed it to me in his last 3 fights. I thought Canelo could have won that first fight. I thought he lost the first 3 rounds, and then Triple G won, the rest of the fight. But that was because the way Canelo decided to fight. I don't think it was just because he was outgunned.
He had a very bad game plan. And speaking of bad corners, I always say and always have said Canelo would have been so much better fighter with a better corner. Mm-hmm. Chapo is not a good corner man. Neither is Son. What they are, they're great yes men and they're great motivators, but they're not good at what they do. I've been around their camp. I've seen them when Canelo. I've been in camp when they were training. I've seen Canelo throw a fit because at the time he's 19, 20 years old, and these guys run around and try to please him, whatever he wants. They rush and they run into each other, basically. You know what I mean? And it's crazy.
Yeah, you can't have that. How would you do as a cornerman or a trainer?
I don't know anything about training, but I will say that size does matter. Viking Herm has a saying in his village that he with the smallest hammer has nothing to pound.
That's a very good point, Viking.
Yeah. Daniel said he was outboxing Daniel Garcia until he got knocked out. Jeff said he could have had Teddy Atlas in there. It wouldn't matter. Well, Teddy wouldn't have been my first choice for a cornerman for any fight. Teddy's another one. Great motivator. Probably not the best trainer. I know people are going to disagree with me on that. But my thing is this. Who has Teddy Atlas ever built from the ground up?
Yeah. Yeah, here's the thing with Teddy. He has a good idea, and he is a great motivator, but he also shows things that are like fucking impossible. Teddy sometimes, as a cornerman, reminds me of going to a karate instructor or karate class, and they're like, stand like this. Now, if somebody throws a straight right hand, you move this way, throw it at me slowly. And you throw it slowly, and they flip you and shit like that. And that's kind of how Teddy trains his guys and shows them things. And
bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, and like that's not going to happen like that in a fight, and you can't be there and wait for that exact punch to come like that, or you're going to get fucked up. I think that's the only little issue that Teddy has.
Really, brothers, you guys think Canelo can go 6 rounds with Kelly Pavlik or Taylor 1? Don't think so.
Well, I don't know, bro. I think that'd be a fucking hell of a fight if I fought Triple G. Again, I can tell you that he hasn't fought somebody with my strength.
He said Canelo.
Canelo.
I think Canelo's just too small for you. Even when you were middleweight, just too small.
Yeah, but he's a good fighter, man.
He is a great fighter.
That'd be a great fight too. I'm sorry, I thought I'd seen Triple G.
Yeah. Chuck says, great perspective, guys. Thanks. Thank you, Chuck. I appreciate it. Teddy is a know-it-all and arrogant for my liking. Well, our producer has great insights on Teddy Atlas. Our assistant producer, our content guy, he has great insights on. He grew up in that Catskills camp with Teddy Atlas, and he knew all those guys. So we get a lot of information, a lot of things on her, and we've ran into him a few times here and there. Yeah. So I'm not saying nothing. He's a likable, personable guy.
We got a YouTube question.
I just don't think he's what is advertised.
Got a question from YouTube, made to last. Is the Pac-Man-Matisse fight going to happen?
I wish I knew.
I haven't heard anything on it. I haven't seen anything. Have you?
I have not. It was supposed to happen, but...
Yeah, wasn't that supposed to be like this is supposed to be his last fight against him? But then they had a couple names out there.
Yeah, but all kind of mix-ups, or things going on with Freddie Roach not being invited to help out, and then hiring Boo Boy. Why the fuck would you bring Boo Boy back in one of your last more important fights? Boo Boy held water for 20 years. You know what I mean? Canelo, to show me something, has to fight young guys like Charlo or the Miracle Guy. You know what? Canelo has proven himself multiple times.
Yeah, he's fought.
Canelo beats Charlo. I'm going to say it right now. Canelo beats Charlo, and he's going to go out and say he beats Spence. You put him in there with that guy, yeah. Canelo beats both of them.
Canelo's just been floating around fighting heavy guys too long. Don't get me wrong. I think Spence is a very big welterweight and again, a very talented fighter. But Canelo has been campaigning at these higher weights for a while, fighting the best guys at those weights. He's fought the best at junior middleweight. He's fought the best at middleweight at 160. Triple G's big and strong and powerful, natural middleweight. And Canelo fought and took those. I don't think a guy like Spence is going to show Canelo anything that he hasn't seen, especially coming from welterweight. Yeah. So you have to, Canelo, I think, definitely wins those fights. Canelo was still fighting at 147, and he didn't go to junior middleweight and fight the guys that he fought. I would say, Spence,
But right now, I think Canelo would show Spence and Charles something they've never seen before. That defense is fucking incredible. His defense is incredible.
Underrated defense.
It's very underrated. It probably is some of the best defense in boxing right now. Also, his punch selection is top level. He has top level punch selection. He hits you with combinations that most people don't even think of hitting you with.
Yeah.
Oh, I have Canelo beating Triple G this fight. I'm not going to say by knockout, but I do believe that he's going to outbox the shit out of him. I think he's going to learn from his mistakes of staying on the ropes. I had the Triple G Canelo fight. I had 116, 112 Triple G winning the last one. I don't think it's going to be the same. Okay, there it is. Simon said Pac's promotional company failed to transfer money to Golden Boy promoters by deadline which they had rumored to put the fight in jeopardy, with thoughts that it has been a ticket sales just so far. Huh, okay. That's what Simon's for.
Yep. Thanks, Simon.
Canelo, no way he can do nothing with old Cotto. Nothing. Oh, Cotto's fucking good, man. When Cotto and Canelo fought,
Cotto was he was still fighting, banging.
I'm not, yeah.
Simon, ticket sales bust. Well,
I'm telling you, a lot of guys are sleeping on Cotto at the time he fought Canelo. shit. I mean, Cotto just, want to beat a Sergio Martinez, won a world championship. Yeah, you can say Sergio's faded, but in the way he did it.
Yeah.
Canelo lost hope. You said same. Canelo's not lost hope. I mean, Canelo's fucked up. He made some mistakes. And you know what? That's going to follow him his whole career. If he beats Triple G, it's because he's on the shit.
Yeah, that's what we said. It's not that he's lost hope. It's the fact that this shit that happened is going to follow. It is. If he wins, he's not going to get the credit that he. That's what we said. If he wins, which is a very good possibility, we believe, then he's not going to get the credit. If he loses, then the shit's going to come on him because he's not on the shit no more.
Yep.
He's not lost hope. I mean, fuck. There's plenty of guys out there. We just mentioned Spence that would be a future matchup that we would want to see. I mean, it's all up in the air.
Yeah, remember, Canelo's the same age as Spence, or younger, I mean, he's still the same age as these guys, and he's had years and years of fucking experience. What, 60 fights?
Yeah.
50, 60 fights already?
That's what I'm saying.
Man.
How would, let's ask Viking Herm on this. How do you age? How does that come about? I mean, are you still going to be killing people if you get old, or?
The Vikings believe that we don't age. The best honor that we could have is to die in battle.
Cotto was 154 and Canelo was 160.
Very good point.
No, Cotto was 155 that day because if he was 154, the fight would never have been made. He was in the middleweight limit. He was 155. Canelo's 160. That's the rules of the fight. You can weigh 20, 30 pounds over. That's Cotto's fault.
Yeah.
Cotto should have had a steak dinner.
That's why I said about the Danny Jacobs Triple G fight when they were like he put on too much weight. It's like, wait a minute. Danny Jacobs made weight. There's nothing was illegal. He made 160. And then he rehydrated to the weight that he rehydrated. He could do that. He made the weight and he's allowed to eat after. If Triple G had a problem with it, Triple G should have fucking put some more weight on himself.
Yep.
It is what it is. They made the weight. And
yep.
Nothing wrong with that.
Just like you said, if you were fighting Danny Jacobs and he weighed in 190 after weigh-in, and you were 180, you'd go sit with him at the buffet table and eat with him.
Exactly.
Eat what he's eating. Fuck it. But this whole weight shit, like this post-fight, he came in that's your fucking fault.
It's been happening for fucking years.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
Is Jacobs an A fighter or B fighter? Absolutely A. Jacobs may be the best middleweight in the world right now. That's what I think.
I truly agree.
I think Jacobs' biggest problem is he fights at a level of competition.
He's got flaws, yeah, and he does that during the fight, and he has. I don't know if it's too late to get him out of it or not, but that's the only thing that he does wrong. But I'm sure if you're in his ass, as he did with Triple G, that was a great fight he had with Triple G. I mean, no matter who you thought won that fight, it was a close fucking fight, though. And if you say that Triple G won that fight by more than 3 rounds, then again, you shouldn't watch boxing. And if you take that knockdown away, that fight could actually very well go to Daniel Jacobs. So,
okay, he bet Amir Khan, old Cotto. He lost with Lara and give it to Canelo. Okay, Lara is a great fucking fighter. Lara at the time was probably the best junior middleweight in the division.
Easily said. Easily.
And that's what I'm saying.
Was being called the next Mayweather.
I think Gennaro does not like Canelo and is looking for any little thing to get on him.
Yeah, Gennaro, I know, dude, you don't like him, but Canelo can fucking fight. I mean, he can fight. Don't use what happened with Mayweather. I mean, Mayweather made pretty much everybody he fought look stupid and good fighters. So
I look what he did to fucking Kirkland, who is a pretty solid fucking guy. Oh, it's funny. I say it first, and then you say it, and he goes, "Yes, you're right, Pat." Look like I didn't fucking fucking shit.
Guys, we told you about this also. When that happens, throw James's name in there.
No, don't throw my name in there. Fuck that shit. I'm just saying.
These motherfuckers
act like it's just like you're the one that says, "Oh, good point, Kelly." I'm like,
James wants everybody to know that it was his.
No, I don't. No, I fucking don't. I'm just saying they act like you're the only motherfucker on this fucking show talking, man.
I don't think that you fucking had enough sleep.
What? No, they're like, good point, Kelly. And Kelly didn't say shit.
I don't think you had enough sleep.
Fuck no, man. I didn't have no sleep. I didn't even get a workout in today because I didn't.
Why is this?
I was on my way there.
Why is this you say these things? I don't understand. Explain.
Look. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Who said that? Gennaro?
Yeah.
Thanks. You got them all fucking flustered now.
I'm not
for the rest of the show.
I'm not fucking flustered. I'm just saying. I'll make a fucking point. Motherfuckers act like they didn't hear the fucking point.
You got anything to say about this Viking Herm?
Nut hugging motherfuckers?
Gennaro's not a nut hugger.
Oh, fucking.
If James wants one of my wives for tonight to cheer him up, I would be much obliged to hand you one.
Thank you.
That's fucking pretty good shit, man. Maybe that's
Damon asked a good fucking question. I'm trying to find it here.
Does Leo Santa Cruz resemble Gennaro Hernandez? That's what he asked.
No. Oh. No, he don't. Gennaro Hernandez was a much better boxer.
Well, I thought that was a question you were looking for.
No. But that is a good question. Yeah. No, I don't think so. I think Gennaro was a much cleaner boxer. Didn't have the same amount of power Leo had, but I thought much cleaner boxer.
Thanks, Gennaro. I do appreciate it, homie. Yeah. You guys great. I appreciate. Who wins? Pac versus Loma at 135. Wow, that would be a good matchup.
Steve said, you and James starting to look like twins, especially with all the weight coming off. Thank you, Steven. Appreciate it, bro. But no,
I would have to. That was a good one that he said. Pac versus Loma at 135.
I had Pacquiao in that. I saw that. I saw that post today, and I said Pacquiao. I think Pacquiao would win it. You don't think he'd win him? Beat him at
Pacquiao was fucking quick. Don't get me wrong, but that in and out.
Yeah.
But with Lomachenko's side, he's too much side to side and angle.
Pacquiao
was Pacquiao, yeah, a little bit, but Pacquiao was in and out really fast.
Yeah, but he would do that side shit too. You know. So,
yeah, but I don't.
But I think that he would. He
hit hard.
He hit harder than Linares.
But Loma is bigger than Pacquiao.
They said Anthony Jacobs, why is everyone writing Thurman off? Because he hasn't fought. Because he refuses to fight. You know? That's why you're writing him off. Boxing's a sport of what have you done for me lately. If you're not doing anything for you lately, people don't give a fuck about you.
First of all, Thurman's going to have to come back with at least 2 fights to show everybody that he's, real. Manny and Matisse still fighting. Well, we don't know, Mac. I guess not because
there was a promoter issue. Simon just answered that. Hey, Olivia, how you doing? How you doing, sis? I love you. But no, Lyman Pauly says Pac at 135 will be a zombie.
Well, I think we're talking about when he was coming up to...
They're talking about when he was a prime Pacquiao versus prime... not right now.
Yeah, coming up the ladder when he was fighting.
Yeah. When he was knocking everybody out.
Well, that's a hard... Really, I'm still going to lean a little bit towards Loma, but that would be a great matchup. I mean, Pacquiao was fucking super fast. He hit like a fucking mule.
Oh, Damon said, what determines A side or B side popularity, location, or skill set? That's your question for you, Kelly.
I don't know. That's skill set, but it's hard to go off skill set because you just don't know until you see a guy fight. Top fighters. That's a good question, man.
But to be honest with you, what determines A and B is who's the champion normally and who's the bigger draw. Who's the bigger draw financially?
Yeah, it is. It comes. I mean, there's just a lot. You could put a lot of shit in there. I don't know. That's a really good question.
Yeah, it is.
Guess that comes down more to the fan because you'll hear fucking guys calling an A fight or B side.
Yeah. Simon said, when Salido beat Robert Guerrero, but tested positive, Golden Boy Promotions blasted the doctor that wasn't allowed to testify about Salido's medical condition.
Where's that at?
That produces high testosterone levels for being the reason why Salido only failed pre-fight test, but not the post-fight test. But Golden Boy is trying to force the public to dismiss Canelo's positive test due to the passing of the hair sample. Don't be a proponent of drug regulations, but then dismiss it when it comes to your own fighter.
Where was that at?
Here after Leo. Does Leo resemble?
Oh, here we go. Let's Leo beat Robert Guerrero.
How do you all see Charlo in the mix? We said at the fight. Who did we talk to? Who were we talking about that to? We were in Dallas. We were talking about that, and we were talking to somebody about that. Jordan on the show last week. Jordan, and
oh yeah,
yeah, and
the guy from HBO.
And George and Jordan. Charlos have all the skill in the world. I'm not going to dismiss them, no matter what my personal feelings, how they conduct themselves outside the ring. They have all the skill in the world, and they have a lot of talent. But until they fight somebody, I can't really say.
That's the main thing that it comes down to.
They look fucking great on paper.
That's what I've been saying with this Billy Joe Saunders. You know, I don't know how I watched his skill level. I don't think it's all that great, but he beats people. But he has to fight somebody.
Yeah.
He has to.
Joel said, "Hey, I got free tickets to the gun show." You damn right you did. I came in today with my Under Armour shirt. Oh no, are they talking about you?
Yeah, is that Under Armour? Yes, it is.
It's Under Armour.
I like that shirt, by the way.
You can have it.
I got a couple of them like that, actually.
You got the Wounded Warrior one?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck.
I do.
Oh, I'm not leaving in July to New Hampshire.
Why is this?
I'm going in August instead.
Okay. We'll get the date, so that way we can work on it for you guys.
I'm going to be off the show for a week or longer. I'm going to, in August, I will be going to the White Mountains in New Hampshire. How do you say that? New Hampshire?
New Hampshire.
I'm going to be working as a peer support person for Wounded Warriors for Wounded Warrior program. I'm going to be helping, I guess as a peer counselor. I think I'm going to be a peer counselor. So I'm going to go all week and I'm going to camp. I'm going to camp in the woods for a whole week and hike with these fucking guys. So it should be a good time. Yeah, South Coast Mitsubishi. I got this hat actually from Robert Garcia, so I decided I was going to wear it because I saw Robert this weekend and he asked me if I ever wear my hat.
He's been sponsored by them guys for a while.
Yeah. And but Robert asked me if I ever wear the hat, and I said I do. And he said no, I probably gave it away, so I put this on here to prove that I have the hat still.
Who would win in a fight? Oh, look at that! I'm just getting ready to bring it up.
Kevin Kennedy's trying to get rid of me and bring Viking Herm as a co-host.
Yep. Viking Herm, what do you think about that again?
Viking Herm would love to be a co-host, but the conversation would be a little short, considering Viking Herm just grunts, oohs, ahs, and drinks.
Popular when it comes to Golden Boy. Julian says, who will Rozier be in the corner with? You know what? Derevchenko or Jacobs? I'm gonna bet it's probably Jacobs on that one. He's the bigger fighter, has more money, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna. So, or he might step back completely. Thanks, Scott. Thank you, Tracy.
Thanks, Scott.
Lakes Winnipesaukee. Isn't that?
I set this up for him.
Jake's last family there. James, my grandpa lives on Lake Winnipesaukee. That's over there. Remember that movie, What About Bob? They went on vacation on Lake Winnipesaukee. You never seen that with?
I think I did. I've seen parts of it.
Remember he carried that fish with him on the bus and shit? He was all crazy. It was with Bill Murray, yeah. And they went to Lake Winnipesaukee.
Has not seen it.
Oh, Kevin said just for the week you're gone. Well, fuck yeah.
But he'll be back. Viking Herm won't be able to do the show.
I don't know. I'm doing like 50 miles of hiking. I may not come back.
Did Crawford lose the popularity contest to Spence, being as Spence got Cowboy back up, and did it overshadow Crawford's win versus Horn?
I don't know. I
can't say that.
I don't think so. I think people are still bigger on Crawford right now.
I think it's still just about even, if anything, popularity-wise.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think. They just told him to do that.
Yeah, fucking Joel did. Because Joel's a fucking douche pickle.
I like Crawford. I've met him. I've had the honor of meeting him a few times. I've never had a bad thing to say about Crawford. You know what I mean? Never. He came on the show. I've never had a bad thing.
Crawford is a class act.
You know, he deleted me on Facebook one time, unfriended me because my memes were too offensive. But hey, that's why he's doing business, right?
That is.
Hey, yeah. But
that's the problem, being, liking your page and following you.
Yeah.
And being a friend.
Yep. And no, but I think him and Spence are both, him and Spence are both good people, and I think you're gonna get a great fight out of them. And I know I'm almost 99% sure it's leading to that way. What do you think?
What's that?
Crawford Spence. It's going that direction.
I think so. I think it's going to have to be made. Julian, this will be something that James knows. Does anyone knows the viewership numbers for ESPN app fights? They were tossed around, but I wasn't paying attention. I heard it was a lot, though.
Yeah, the official numbers are not out yet, because what had happened was people ordered the fucking app and they canceled it before the 7 days are up. But the night of, it was like 7.6 million for buys for it. But then they expected for a quarter of them to stick. 3/4 of them were going to cancel it. So that's just what I'm hearing. I think they get released later on in the month, but it was huge. Like the buys were fucking astronomical. I read that in USA Today.
Hand me a piece of paper towel, please.
What do you think about people judging Spence for 3 minutes of work? He got a guy out he was supposed to. I think it's kind of unfair. I think it's unfair to judge him that way because Spence. Why didn't Spence give this guy a few rounds and get why would you give a fucking undefeated young guy?
You never give a motherfucker. Everybody say that. You gotta carry him. And I can say maybe one fight I was content the way it was going because I was having fun.
Yeah.
But no, you don't ever fucking do that in boxing. Never.
No, and they're saying why did he get some rounds in? Does Spence look like he needs rounds of experience? He doesn't need the experience.
Especially against a guy like that.
His job is to get the motherfucker out of there, and he did his job, Is Damon said, is the PBC keeping 140 pounds stagnant? I think right now at the moment they are,
Yeah, because they got some of the big guys.
At the moment, Sonny's like, hell no. Is there prime Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson? Is there prime?
In their prime. Who wins?
I was going to say Muhammad Ali.
Yeah. I kind of based that one off, though. I think Joe Frazier, who kind of had a style similar to Mike Tyson. And he was just had a left hook, I thought, and was able to catch the shit out of Muhammad Ali, break his jaw and everything else. I mean,
but that was old Muhammad Ali. You know what I mean? They're talking about prime. That was 1969, 1970. Ali turned pro in 64. So yeah,
that's why 6 years difference,
but 6 years and then 2 years of 2 or 3 years of inactivity.
Yeah, I don't know. I still it's hard to pick on that. Well, that's another good one though. Yeah, that one's been talked about how many years now?
It is, and I heard a great point made.
Because you watch real quick, but you watch like when Tyson. I know that Tyson was kind of like off the rocker towards the end, but you watch when he fought guys like Holyfield and Lennox Lewis and shit like that. I don't know.
My thing is this: Tyson was a savage, an animal for the first 5 rounds, and after that he started getting tired. All those big muscles of his started breaking down. He started getting tired. He started getting slow, and everything started to go.
The ones who weren't beat when the bell rang already were the ones that beat Mike Tyson.
Yes, and Muhammad Ali was just confident enough, because you're not going to tell me that fucking what's the little boy from Akron, the power puncher, heavyweight,
Shaver.
Ernie Shaver hit less hard than Mike Tyson. He was probably one of the hardest punchers in boxing history. Couldn't hurt.
Well, you can't sit there and say either that fucking Muhammad Ali plays rope-a-dope with a fucking monster like George Foreman for how many rounds also.
Exactly. And or Ken Norton or Ernie Shaver, or what, not Ernie Shavers, but Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier. Yeah. So and Ali was always
I was just saying Joe Frazier broke, and the closest one I can compare to Tyson's style, but I think Tyson was faster and hit harder than Frazier did. Frazier was just known for left hook.
Scott says you should both go and do the show remote. We did, stupid. What do you think we did in Dallas? That was remote. No, we will.
Just asked that?
Scott Best asked that.
I know.
He was fucking there.
He was the one who got us there late. Thanks, Scott.
Why Winky Wright? Why is Winky Wright in the Hall of Fame? Because he's fucking good.
Why wouldn't he?
He's fucking good. That's why. He could fight, man.
He fought some good guys, and he beat 2 good guys back to back.
And I think he got robbed on a couple guys too that I beat. I know I can't say the names because I'll be taking a lot of shit. I'll be kicked out of every family function forever if I say the names. You know what I mean? And they'll quit being your friend.
We can't have that. Can't fully answer that question, Gennaro, but next time, homie. Damon, I know I asked this, but after watching Spence live and talking with Jordan Saturday, how does Porter do versus Spence if Porter beats Danny and if Danny wins?
Spence is too big, man.
Too big. I think it's an interesting fight for a period of time, though.
Oh, I do too.
I truly do, but I think at the end, though, and you guys know I'm a Porter fan, and I, like him, but I don't know. I just think that somebody the natural size of Spence and his boxing ability, that'd just be a tough one down the stretch for Porter.
Thank you, Daniel, for the show on Saturday. We appreciate it. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thanks for the great questions too. Scott said, I'm talking about the thing you're going for a week. I don't think Kelly's going to want to go with me and hike the White Mountains, and we're going to stop to take a break to do a show.
And I don't think I'm going to want to be with that group of guys when somebody fucking flips out and I'm up on that mountain.
Thanks for reminding me, Dick.
Oh yeah. Take up some MREs.
And then we got to take Justin with us. You don't want to fucking walk around the mountains all day, hike around. Well, he might want to hike.
Would Viking Herm want to go?
Viking Herm?
Would he want to go?
Viking Herm would love to walk around in the mountains.
Can you picture Justin carrying all that shit on his back, all the equipment, and then all the...
He'll have the laptop fucking strapped to the front and be walking like this, talking to us.
All the Wounded Warriors like, why they have all their equipment? You guys shut the fuck up. We got to do a show.
Hey, after what I've seen Justin go through this week of traveling and everything else and being on time and on point, I don't think there ain't too much that he can't do.
No, nothing. I watched Foreman hitting a heavy bag. The only person I ever seen fold one completely. I agree, Julian. Browns, will they be the real deal this year? Come on, man.
They might be. I think they need a couple more pickups, but they needed a line.
8. I got 7 and 9 for those motherfuckers.
They need an offensive line. I keep saying that.
Does Kelly still have a yeast infection?
Who says this?
Damon.
What is this? What do you say? He talks about me pussy.
Honky Doma's prediction is Crawford versus Matisse after Lucas Lumpkowski. I think Crawford and I already think Crawford and Amir Khan's already being made. I think they're right. They're any day from signing, so I don't think that's going to happen, Julian. Your Honky Domas is stupid. And then Janiru said, why? Rafael Vasquez is not Doctor and not De Leon. They're better. I don't think they were better. Rafael Vasquez, come on, he was in a smaller weight, first of all, and we all know how the Hall of Fame is with smaller weight guys. It's just the way it works. And so I don't know. Is Orlando Salido Hall of Fame? Absolutely not. Okay, yeah, he fought the best, but did he win majority of those fights?
No, that's
the Hall of Fame is not who you have fought. It's how you the outcomes of those fights. Yeah. If not, you know what? Let's
popularity has a big. I've seen people talking about like Gotti not being. That shouldn't have got in.
Well, let's put Mickey Ward and Augustus because if we're gonna do that.
Yeah, no, you gotta understand. I mean, personally, I'm gonna be dead honest. Gotti didn't beat a lot of the top guys, but at the same time, what Gotti gave you, also, and dying at the way he did helped, but. That could get him in, though, being what he gave to the sport, though.
He is in.
That's what I'm saying.
But I don't agree with him being in.
But I'm saying, but for what he gave to the sport, kind of popularity goes a long way.
It does. You got Rain Boo Boo Mancini in. Fuck. I mean, come on. Yeah. Salido, 2-division champ, was actually good. He was good, but it wasn't Hall of Fame good. There's a lot of 2-division champs running around.
We got a comment from Ricky Rape.
Okay.
Me and Damon will go.
Sounds good.
Hiking with you guys.
Okay.
Fuck that.
Ricky needs to sign up anyway and go with me anyway.
Yeah, David probably won't be able to walk those mountains after Ricky gets a hold of that brute.
Kevin wants to know, if you're training Khan, what do you try to teach him in camp?
Work on keeping the chin tucked and not getting lazy.
Work on fundamentals. That's all you can teach a guy like that because he's so good at what he does. You're not going to teach the fucking guy to jab.
Neck exercises. Chin tucked.
Our Lord's Prayer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Glory bees, Hail Marys.
Fucking cringe every time they throw a punch at him.
Act of contrition.
Every time they throw a punch at Khan, I'd be like...
I would teach him to be a little more patient. You know what I mean? Patience, too. Tex Cobb. No, I mean, these guys, there's a lot of champions out there, guys. If we're going to just put 2-time champions, let's get Keith Mullins in, and we'll get Paul Spadafora, and we'll get Jose Sanabria. We'll get a bunch of these guys in there, too, because it's open to every champion.
Yeah. Another comment from Ricky on here. Bob Arum said he wants Crawford versus Khan next. Yeah, I know. That's been... We kind of beat that one up a little bit.
We were the first to bring that up. We got that from a really good source 2 weeks ago. And we brought that up on the show, 2 shows ago, right? And everybody said, that ain't going to happen. That shit never happened. What the fuck are you talking about? And everybody's talking about it.
Salido is so good that Garcia or Lomachenko don't give him rematch. They afraid of Salido.
Mikey Garcia's afraid of Salido? After what, the 5th or 6th knockdown? He looked terrified, didn't he? Gennaro, you were doing so well, Gennaro. You were doing so well.
Joel, watch the episode. We're not talking about the shit that you're asking.
What's he asking?
Roy Jones Jr., one of the best of all time.
Best athlete.
But if you want to hop into it and talk about it, you could definitely put him up there. Yes. I don't see why you couldn't.
Spadafora wasn't always a fuck up. I mean, I'll be honest. I worked with a guy for a few years. I trained with him. I sparred with him. I was a sparring partner of his. And you know what? Spadafora was a good fucking dude, man. I got nothing but love for that dude. Shit happens.
Where did that come from, Joel?
Joel.
Oh, you asked about Spadafora?
No, not Joel. Not Joel. It says,
Salido turned down almost $1 million for a Lomachenko rematch.
He sure the fuck did. And he said he stole a 6-pack from a convenience store. That's your Hall of Famer.
Why is this?
Oh, wasn't he driving for Uber too?
Well, what he did outside the ring.
No, I know. But what I'm saying is, it's not like he didn't need the money for that rematch. He just didn't want to do that again.
Yeah. He was scared. Would you ever take a rematch, Viking Herm?
Viking Herm never has rematches because Viking Herm always wins and the opponent doesn't seem to ever get back up.
I've been watching Viking Herm, and I have this solid sexual fantasy for that dude's wife. For Rhaegar, wasn't it Rhaegar? Ragnar's wife. She is the hottest motherfucker on the planet. The blonde one, not the new wife, the other one, the original wife.
Lagatha.
Thank you. She's hot as shit.
I've smacked my hammer many times to Lagatha.
What's up, your car? Nothing's wrong with driving for Uber. What I'm saying is this. If you turn down $1 million, you must not need the fucking money. Yeah. Which, if you drive for Uber, he must need the money. So him turning a fight down against Lomachenko for $1 million says that he either don't need the money or he's scared. But since he's driving for Uber, he's probably don't want that shit. He don't want that work again. And at what point was Mikey scared? The 5th or 6th knockdown in that fight.
Yep. YouTube question from the Fight Chronicles.
All right.
Did you guys hear about what happened to Fortuna? His feelings got hurt.
His pussy dried up somewhere in that fucking fight. But no, they released him a little bit that night.
Nothing was wrong.
Nothing was wrong.
What happened was Granado's turned up to fucking eat and was wearing him down. And
we talked about that. We said that would happen. Kelly called that shit 2 days before, right? Yeah. Was it Friday?
So turn it up.
At an interview. Yeah. At one of Ellie's interviews that he asked you and you said that he was going to turn the heat up. And so I couldn't even guess that shit. I usually guess a lot of that shit. John said, I just tuned in, Kelly and James. Who do you favor to win a Spence Crawford super fight? We went over it, but Spence. I'm going to go.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a good one, guys. So don't fucking, every time I say this, like I had an article that somebody posted on Facebook, there's nothing wrong for picking Spence, and I don't understand what everybody's fucking booty holes get all tight about.
Nothing wrong.
You know, like, it's a good fight, though. I'm not saying Spence is going to fucking wipe him out in 4 rounds. I'm saying it's going to be a very good fight, but I see Spence winning it due to the fact that he's naturally bigger and because certain things Crawford don't like that Spence is going to do.
Well, I know for one thing that the commission saw fit that Fortuna didn't act in the best compliance because they held his purse. You don't hold your purse unless you act like a fuck up. So, Zab is a patient care technician. Yes, and Zab needs the money. I know Zab pretty well.
Ooh, Judah.
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh, he said Zab is a patient care technician in New York. Yes, and Zab needs the money. Zab spent a lot of money in his career. And, it's not my job. It's not my job to fucking worry about what these fighters make. I'm saying is this, though. There's nothing wrong with working an outside honorable job. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. If it's honorable and whatever. But what I'm saying is, don't call them bullshit on everybody's scared of Salido. No, there's nobody scared of fucking Salido anymore. Salido.
You talk about Lomachenko. You're talking about Lomachenko's second fight.
Yes.
And it was close.
Against a brutal fucking guy that's been a pro, that had 60 pro fights.
2 fucking fights and went 12 rounds. I mean, you got guys that got 20-some fucking pro fights, and the first time they fight 12 rounds, they have a hard time with it. And you're going to talk about a guy that had 2 pro fights. Yeah. And fought for a world title.
Exactly. And Daniel said Mikey knocked him down 4 times. He knocked him down. I thought it was 4 or 5. It was somewhere, but you get my point. Every round he was dropping the guy. I don't think there was... Mikey's not the type of guy that shows fear. You're not going to see fear come out of Mikey.
Yo, go back to Lomachenko. Here's the hate that's real for Lomachenko. People... what was that Julian said? People fucking... give everybody fucking hell. Give most fighters hell when they talk about... he ain't never been 12 rounds before. And they're talking about a fighter that's been pro for like fucking 8 years, 7 years.
Yeah.
And the first time they fight 12 rounds. I don't know, man. Inexperienced. This guy's got the experience. And
but on the same breath, he's the greatest fucking fighter ever lived, and now he's inexperienced.
That's what I'm saying. But they give him hell after they've been pro that many years. But nobody gives the credit to fucking Lomachenko, who in his second pro fight fought 12 rounds. They'll say, I don't know if this guy's going to win. He's been pro 6 years, but he's never fought 12 rounds. And they won't say shit about a guy who has not been pro a year and a half, and fights 12 rounds. They give him hell.
Julian said, Kelly's face when you talk about regular job, classic.
Hey, I worked regular jobs.
He does. Yeah, he worked plenty of, and he works them now. I mean...
No, I do not.
You work at your gym every fucking day.
No, because it's my gym.
But it's your gym. It's a job, isn't it?
I set my hours. I do. I come in when I want. When I don't, and that's the great thing about it.
But is it a job?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. It's not a job.
Fuck no. I ain't got no motherfucking job. That's why I own it. If I wanted a job, I wouldn't have bought it. I would have fucking filled out an application and said, I want to be manager. Nah.
It pays better.
It might in the long run, fuck.
Slido couldn't get the same referee for the fight, so he opted out. Yeah. Makes sense. No, I mean... I don't know, guys. There's just so much going on right now. And then we got Vostik fighting Adonis Stevens. They said that fight's happening now. Donna Stevenson.
I see Vostik.
Vosik's going to whoop that dude's fucking ass, dude.
But watch. Fucking Donna Stevenson will land a punch from hell.
Knock him out.
Yeah. Everybody like, you guys are stupid.
You didn't know what
you're talking about.
No, but you know what I think is going to happen? I think Adonis Stevens is going to try to sidestep this fight. He's a master at sidestepping fights. He always has, you know?
Yep.
He's always sidestep fights.
Come on, Vike. Now listen. I was joking. Vike, I would never say anything mean to you, man. He's gonna fucking axe me.
He's gonna hit you with the axe. Manny gets slumped versus Matisse. Watch. I can see it. I can see Manny. I have Manny losing that fight. I don't know about getting knocked out, but
no, Sarah. But I did have a regular job when I was coming up before I won the world title. I would do landscaping and actually some construction work and then go train.
And licking weenie.
That was only on weekends.
Fair enough.
Speaking of that, have you thought any more about the lead singer from Cinderella?
Only between 3 and 5 a.m. When that song goes off on my alarm clock.
Nobody's cool.
I need to talk to you guys because my writing English is not good. So your lack of English is getting in the way of your common sense. Is that how that works? Because I speak a second language too. It doesn't affect me.
Nah,
I'd be mean if I want.
He's a good fucking.
He's a good fucking
valued
dude.
Fan.
He is, and he loves your show. He loves you, Kelly.
He does. I don't think he does, but
I do.
I do.
Construction work is a regular job. It sure is. Sure the fuck is. Better.
It's a tough regular one.
More than I'll ever fucking do.
I give them guys fucking credit.
I ain't no fucking construction, man.
I did that but like I said, I had to go train all day. I give construction workers a lot of credit. And they make, you know what, but some of them make really good money too. They do. And they deserve it.
They do.
That's not an easy fucking pay.
But really, I think Vostik is a better fighter in this. Oh, before we go anywhere, I want to thank our sponsors, Title Boxing.
Oh, yes,
Don's
indeed.
Automotive, Get Your Money Clothing, and my gym.
You're welcome for that. Oh, yes, and Kenny Greco, my brother-in-law, Southside Recycling.
I can get stuff with that.
Anybody who lives in Los Angeles or Florida area, please hit it up.
Does he own both those?
No.
Porter versus Garcia, who wins and why? Danny Garcia Porter? I got Porter in that fight.
Yeah, I do too.
I got Porter fairly easy, actually, to be honest with you.
I think so.
Porter's just. I think Danny's gotten a little old. I mean, he's fight a little. I think Brandon Rios gave him everything he could handle until he landed that right hand from hell.
I agree. Porter again, too strong. His fighting style is just too fucking hard. Everybody says about Danny Garcia being a hard puncher. I don't see it at all. Yeah. And don't fucking feed me the shit that how he knocked Rios out, because that was later in the fight, and it was to me it was a lucky punch. Yeah. I mean, it was a nice punch, and he landed it clean, but nobody's seen that coming. I don't think that. I'm not saying that he has no pop. I just don't think that he doesn't have anything to keep Porter off of him.
Amanda says, "Hey guys, miss you. I'll miss you too, Amanda. Welcome back." Julian says, Ring finally knocked Cornholio off the rankings. I don't know what good it's going to do. He'll be back on right before the fight with Canelo or Triple G. He'll be ranked number 2 or 3 by the time on that fight with Triple G, so it's not going to matter. They'll put him right back on.
What's up, Sean? Sean Rezo tuning in.
Awesome.
Good buddy.
Cool.
Is there anything you got to talk about?
Viking Herm got a little sunburnt on his horse a couple days ago while you guys were in Dallas screwing around.
Victor Postal, Josh Taylor fight. Any feelings? Daniel asked that. I got Victor Postal. I really do. I think this Victor Postal's going to win that. I think he has something to prove since Crawford, you know. And you, Scott, you think Garcia's going to beat Porter? I don't know, man.
Who says this?
Scott Canopy. I don't know. I really, look, I'm not going to be surprised, and I think having Danny Garcia win is logical. I mean, I'm not going to argue with that. I mean, it could go either way.
Again, I'm not going to knock nobody for fucking saying that.
No, fuck no. But I personally think Porter's just too strong and too physical for a guy like Garcia.
I mean, you got 2 top guys that, Garcia, I don't have the top of the division, but Garcia's a really good fighter that, has been around for a while and earned that spot. I just don't think he's got enough to beat Porter. Porter's
too busy. Porter's busy, and strong. And he's not a one-punch knockout artist. Porter's not. But he will wear you down physically. He'll put his neck, his elbow in your neck and punch you in the face.
And you got to expend a lot of energy trying to keep him off of you.
I don't know, Julian. I don't know. Crawford's wins aren't looking funny if Postal loses. It's on Postal, not on Crawford. He said if Postal loses, all of Crawford's wins are funny. I don't know. I don't think Beltran was looking funny. Beltran is a fucking world champ.
Beltran on that point, though, I mean...
He's a good fighter, though. He's a solid fighter. And he has a good win for Crawford. He is. He was a solid win for Crawford.
All right, we got a YouTube question.
Okay.
Alfonso Green. Wilder versus AJ. We already talked about this one. I got Wilder.
I got AJ.
Damn it.
David said, I just got here. Y'all discussed...
I got AJ.
Just got here. Y'all discussed Stevenson taking his mandatory Vostok. We just talked about that 3 minutes ago.
Yes, we did.
And we both got Vostok comatosing Stevenson.
Indeed.
John says Garcia wins 115, 113 across the board. Well, like I said, guys,
it is possible.
It is possible. But I don't know, man. I just think that Sean Porter is the fresher fighter of the two. And I think he's bigger and stronger. I don't know.
I don't see lopsided.
No, I don't need. I don't know about lopsided, but I think I'm going to take Joshua because I'll take technique over power any day. And I think what Ortiz did to him, if Ortiz was a little younger, Wilder wouldn't have got up that night.
Ortiz is pretty tough, though.
Yeah, but look how old he was. But what I'm saying is, if he was a little younger, Wilder wouldn't have made it out of that fight. And I think AJ is a little younger. So, I don't know. We'll see, though, because AJ is another guy that gets really, really too patient and lackadaisical. And you do that with a guy like Wilder, he will fuck you up.
And I still think that AJ is going to have to throw more punches than he usually does. And I think with his genetics and build, that he will be his muscle endurance won't be able to stand up to it.
Julian said Thurman's playing a flute at a large park. He probably is. And he's petting elephants and shit. He's doing crazy shit right now. And
if that's what he wants to do, then bless him.
Yep. Yeah. But I don't know. I think it's gonna be a closer fight than that. But I don't think the fight's gonna go to decision on AJ.
Is Thurman supposed to fight in the next 5 months?
I don't know. I heard he wanted to, but I don't know anything about it.
I think if he goes another 5 or 6 months without fighting, that you could kind of pretty much say pack it in for him.
Yeah, I don't think Wilder and Joshua is going to go to decision. I think it's going to end in a knockout.
I think so too. Yeah.
Madison, anything new? We were just in Dallas. That was it. Julian said he's been in Largo. Yeah, but he was like in Nepal for a while with his wife or somewhere crazy, like in India or Nepal for a while. So I don't know. Porter will come into his hands. Garcia's a counterpuncher.
Yeah, but Porter smothers you.
He will smother you. You can be a counterpuncher all you want, but he'll push into you and he'll rough you up.
And if Rios had him up against the ropes and kind of got to him a little bit, believe me, Porter's going to be there the entire fight.
Agreed. I think people are sleeping on Sean Porter, but he's a stronger, more compact guy, and he will. This is a guy that does walk around at 180, 175 because he is fucking big, and he will, and he doesn't look like a welterweight.
You got Saul Garcia coming on here talking shit.
What do you say?
Kelly Coco Head. Coco Head. That motherfucker really got balls to talk. Rolls tall as a midget, and he's gonna talk shit.
The guy that 49th Street Gym say Thurman injury is bad. I've heard that. I've heard he was injured. Jeff Schumann says, in your opinion, when a fighter cracks or breaks his hand, does it ever really feel 100% again?
No. You got to watch, and it's in your head too.
Did you see that? It's Jeff's question.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, I don't know. I broke my hand, never sparring. I broke it training on hitting a bag just because I threw a punch wrong. So I really can't say it healed, but I've always been a little lackadaisical on throwing it ever again like that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I was saying. Love you too, Sal. Hey, we got a YouTube question.
Okay.
Alfonso Green, Keith versus Errol.
Oh, Errol beats the shit out of him.
Yeah. Yep. No, especially now too. I think if Thurman comes back and fights 2 times, gets 2 tune-ups, and looks good on him, that Earl still beats him. But if you're talking about right now, fuck.
Thurman's rustier than a 1932 accordion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Set of house keys. A pair of 1930 house keys.
You know what else tastes like house keys?
Yes. You know,
Viking Herm, do you know what tastes like house keys?
What tastes like house keys?
The first 2 licks of pussy.
Hi-oh!
Does it taste like house keys?
It do.
The chocolate starfish does not taste like chocolate, by the way. It tastes like a rusty penny.
Yeah, it does. That's chocolate. Oh, man. You're going to have to let him advertise it. Viking Herm invested into a business.
Okay, come over here.
Grab it. Yeah. You want to give it a shout out on air?
Just what I've been drinking.
Yeah.
Show him.
Viking Herm's feeling a little bit froggy tonight. As you can see, Viking blood runs through my veins, and I mean that in the most literal sense. It's Viking blood. Mead.
Sal says, I'm hearing Crawford versus Khan. Any truth? Yes, Sal.
It's being talked about.
We heard it 2 weeks ago. I'll inbox you and tell you who I got the information from. But 2 weeks ago, it's already hit up all the pages. It's about signed already. So yeah, Crawford and Khan, it's most likely going to happen.
You guys are going to Facebook Joe for a boxing show instead of memes.
That would be crazy if our show got put in fucking Facebook Joe, wouldn't it? That'd be funny, that'd be
great. That'd be probably a great publicity,
dude. But the chocolate starfish doesn't taste like chocolate. It tastes like rusty pennies, man. Really.
How many times have you ate the chocolate starfish?
Half a dozen or so.
Any allergies?
Just can't anything meat tasted after a while. It all tastes like shitty.
What if they were on a keto diet?
Nah, it still tastes shitty. Meat tastes like shit for a while, but it's okay. You love them and you put up with little things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you take one
when you love them, you'll go the extra mile, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I need a cosigner. Let me lick that starfish.
The pussy that I have always licked has tasted delicious like the nectar of the gods. I think if the pussy you've been licking tastes like rusty keys, it's actually doorknobs.
No. Viking Herm, what I'm saying is the first 2 licks of pussy taste like rusty keys. The first 2 licks. It don't taste sweet until that first few licks in there.
The first 2 licks aren't the important ones. It's always the last 2 licks.
Bob just said, winner of Manny versus Lucas. Thanks, I appreciate it. Appreciate it, bro. Good to see you back from New York and New Jersey, bro. I worry about you out there. Yeah, winner Manny. Yeah, Bob said a lot of shit, but we'll see.
Hey, did you see what Sal said?
What?
Looking good, James. Getting in shape, bro. Homo. Okay, Kelly?
No homo. Okay, Kelly?
No, you said he's a homo.
No, he said no, he's not gay.
Oh.
No homo. It's true.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that's what he meant.
What's our time looking like, guys?
It's good 10 minutes.
What? We got about 10 minutes?
Oh, no. I thought I'm looking at the wrong thing.
I agree with him. Last 2 licks are the best.
No, we got probably about 20 minutes.
Is that your experience with licking pussy, Amanda, that the last 2 licks are the best?
Do tell.
Oh, some of the ladies are liking that. They know what's up with Viking Herm.
They're like, Viking Herm, prove it. Road Dog, David Martinez, Road Dog, we got our WBO Junior Lightweight Championship bout in Kimsey. Christopher Diaz versus Masayuki Ito, July 28th. And Jason Bailey, hit me up. Are you going to take those 2 fucking scumbags?
Jason Bailey's not even a part of the show. He hasn't watched it in years.
Jason Bailey don't even watch the show. Is Naoya Inoue in your top 5?
We just talked about that.
No, he's not. Not that I don't believe in Naoya. I've been following Naoya from the very beginning. But
I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be hard for him too in the weight division that he's at.
It is. I think I have him somewhere around 8. I could put him 8 and 7 comfortably, but I'm not 5 yet. I have Jacobs winning against Derevchenko. I really do. I think Jacobs. My only knock on Jacobs is sometimes he fights to the level of his competition. But you always see flashes of greatness out of him.
You do, and he fights lazy, and he gets hit with dumb shots. But what we're saying, when you see the flashes of what he could do, and again, I'm just gonna go back on the Triple G fight. I thought he fought a really good fight in that fight. And I actually had it closer, obviously, than the Canelo Triple G. And I think that you could have easily had Danny Jacobs winning that fight.
I agree 100%. I had Danny Jacobs beating Triple G. I had it 115, 113, I believe.
All right, here's a YouTube question from Alfonso Green. Why do you think Dylan didn't fight King Kong?
I have no idea. I don't. You know what? We couldn't even speculate on that. Maybe Dylan White's holding out for a better fight. You know what I mean? There's a bigger fight for him out there.
Did I just see something about him fighting Parker?
Yeah, Parker, yeah.
Yeah.
It's an easier fight. Parker's an easier fight than Ortiz.
Yeah. But it's still a fight that he could lose. Parker's not a bad fighter.
It said, I heard Derevchenko beats his ass sparring. You know, I don't know. I don't have any knowledge on their sparring or anything like that. But you got to take sparring with a grain of salt. When a lot of times when these guys spar, they're working on something. You know what I mean? I could tell you a handful of times that I beat Paul Spatafora's ass sparring. But you know what? It was an illusion. I never did.
Yeah.
He was working on a game plan. Guess what I was doing? I was throwing punches like a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? Just trying to land something. So a lot of these guys, Danny Jacobs might be working on a game plan, and Derevchenko is just throwing shots and thinking he's getting the best of them. Kelly can explain that better than I can. How many times have you worked on a game plan and had guys just throwing punches at you?
Oh, pretty much a lot.
And then they think
especially early on when you're sparring guys that ain't pros and they're just bringing them in. But yeah, you always guys. Sparring is to learn. Like, you never hold back in sparring, but at the same time, it's hard to explain. Like, you're working on things, but I don't mean that you hold back on your punches.
No.
You throw them like a regular fight. You don't load up on certain fighters, when you're sparring or go for a knockout.
Yeah.
There's a difference between throwing hard punches and regular punches and going in to like really hurt them. Any pro fighter could do that, but sparring is to work on your shit, but still throw your punches how you would in a fight.
Yeah. Madison, good night, guys. Miss you all, but I've got to run. Okay, have a good night. Julian said I had the Polish guy beating Jacobs. Fair enough.
And he says, and IBF rehydration clause applies.
I don't think it's going to make a difference. No. I don't think so. You guys forget, Danny Jacobs probably has the best nutritionist right now. One of the best nutritionists in the country. Danny Jacobs is not going to have a problem with weight or rehydration. Say what you want about Chris Algieri as a fighter. You can't argue with his results as a fucking nutritionist and a trainer.
And that fight with Triple G was how many, obviously he's able to make 160 or he would have moved up by now.
Yeah. And he made it a lot easier. So I don't think it's going to matter much in that. I don't think that's going to make a difference. I think it's Danny Jacobs' mental game. If he can start fighting to the talent that he has instead of his opponent's talent, time will tell. Hi, Gina. It was great seeing Gina in Texas with us.
So said Jason is at Lollipop.
It's a strip club. Can Jacobs make the 170 pounds morning before? Like I said, again, with having a nutritionist like that.
I don't think the IBF should have that either. I really don't. If your guy fucking makes the weight.
He makes the fucking weight.
He makes the weight.
If he's 280 pounds the next night, guess what? Yeah. He made the weight.
Go back and say that it was the 70s and 80s again. Where they weighed in the day of the fight.
Yeah.
So you're going to put a certain limit on how much they could eat after starving themselves and they got to go fight fucking
That's what they're saying.
12 rounds?
That's what they're saying. You got 30 hours, you can't eat much.
That's horrible.
John Fleetwood said Algieri. Yes, Algieri, he's one of the best strength and conditioning guys out there. He's one of the best dietitians out there.
Yeah. John said Hurd versus Charlo. I got Hurd.
It's too big.
And his style it would be too much.
He's just too big. And the thing is this, I know how good Charlo looked against Trout, and I'm not sold.
Yeah.
Like I said, Charlo's have all the talent in the world, but I don't think they're focused the way they should be focused.
Oh, fuck.
I got a question for Viking Herm. Who'd win in a battle? A Viking or a New Zealand Maori warrior? The ones that do the dance and all shit?
Vikings fight, we don't dance. If we do dance, it's usually on Saturdays for the mating dance for the ladies.
Bobby Sanchez is watching. How you doing, Bobby? Bobby's on the show. Them guys always show the fuck up late, and they go, great show. I'm like, how the fuck would you know you watched for 1 minute?
We could tell when they come on.
Yeah, we can see it. But they'll say, great show. I say, Bobby, you've seen it for 1 minute. I'm going to watch it at work, he says. But that's awesome. Bobby still watches. Hurd makes Kelly look small. Hurd is fucking big, man.
Big boy.
Bobby said, what's up, Fulios? What's up?
Nice of you to join the show.
And also, guys, for everybody out there, all the men yesterday, happy Father's Day for those of you who are fathers.
Same to you.
What's that?
Same to you.
Oh, same to you. I told you yesterday.
I told you too.
I know.
Hurd is not Trout.
Where do you see this kid Munguia in the future? Sal, I'm high on Munguia. I really am. He's a one-punch KO guy. He don't look fast, but when he gets in the ring, he gets faster. It's really weird as time goes by. I think he's a force to reckon with. He's big. See more of him. He's fucking big, man. He's bigger than fucking Hurd. He's fucking big. What's up, Furman? No, I'm high on the kid. I've been watching a lot of video on him. A lot of training stuff, a lot of sparring videos.
You got anything coming up?
No, nothing right now. But we do have on the 30th is fucking the junior middleweight champ. What's his name? Mexico. We just talked about him. Who went between him and Benavides? My mind just slipped real quick. My mind just went to shit. I don't know. The kid that we were talking about fighting David Benavides, the big Mexican. Oh, Ramirez.
Oh, yeah.
Zurdo.
Ramirez. Yeah,
Zurdo. Zurdo's fighting in Oklahoma City on the 30th.
Okay.
Yes. Munguia versus, and I think I got Munguia beating Liam Smith in that fight. What do you think?
I don't know much on Liam Smith.
He's decent.
I don't know. So I'm not, like I said, I haven't seen Munguia. I've seen maybe one fight.
Yeah.
Of his, and that's why I'm saying I don't want to give speculation on that and sound like an ass.
Yeah. Well, guys, this is a special episode Monday. We didn't want to come on Tuesday and rehash shit that every other media outlet have rehashed. That's why we wanted to be out here Monday and do it. We didn't want to come Sunday and ruin everybody's fucking Sunday, but we come out Monday. Next week we'll be back to Tuesday again at 7, right?
Yes. Indeed.
There's not a lot of boxing going on, but we'll figure something out. Gilberto Ramirez, he's fucking... I'm high on him too, but I think Munguia is going to be good. I really do. And he's young too. He's 21, 22 years old?
Question from Ricky Powell. Jamie Munguia versus Charlo.
Got Munguia. He's too big. What does Ricky think?
On that one. Who do you think, Rick?
Doesn't matter what I think. Ricky never misses a fucking...
All right.
Ricky always gets them all right. Doesn't matter what I think. They say Munguia is a phenomenal body puncher as well, and he is. On that last fight, he was brutal. His body work was brutal against Saddam Ali. And I know people are going to say, it's just Saddam Ali. It's the Saddam Ali who won a championship. It's an Olympian. Let's face it. That kid, he looks slow, but as the fight goes on, he gets faster and faster. He has game speed, as I like to call it. You remember people talk shit about Emmett Smith's speed? Oh, he runs a 4.740. Yeah, but in the game, he ran a 4.4.
Yeah. Just want to know how to make the right moves to be fast.
Munguia is the same way. He has game speed. And he did. Ramirez did work Canelo in sparring. But he's a big guy. It's hard for... But like I said, like we said earlier, I don't put too much stock in sparring just for the same reason is it's work. They're working on a game plan. They're just not trying to fight each other. If not, it'd be a fight. You might as well sanction the shit.
I have to go back and research more.
Yeah. You might as well just sanction the fight at that point. You know what I mean? If they're just going to fight each other and not work on anything, right?
Mm-hmm. Do you want to say that? I just like saying Munguia.
Munguia. Yeah, I like saying it too. Munguia. Jaime Munguia.
Do you like that name?
Jaime Munguia. It sounds kind of Vikingish, doesn't it?
Munguia. Yes. Very Viking.
See?
Who's bigger, Munguia or Hurd?
I think Munguia might be a little bigger. Taller. Yeah. He's taller. I don't know.
No.
Hurd's 6'1".
Yeah.
Munguia's 6'1". Justin, can you pull stats up on Jaime Munguia and
you might even be able to just do it in box rec.
Yeah, you can do a box rec. Jaime Munguia and Jared Hurd.
Well, fuck, that's not even really accurate either, though.
It's close enough, though, so we get a good idea. Jared Hurd and Jaime Munguia.
I mean, if anything, though, there's only going to be a difference to that much.
I think it's Munguia that's a little bigger, but I don't know. I wouldn't bet anything on it. I wouldn't bet my anal virginity on it.
Well, it's too late for that.
Oh, you bastard.
Got Ricky raped.
What is it?
It says 6 foot for Munguia. It says 6'1" for Hurd.
He's bigger? 6 foot for Munguia? 6'1" for Hurd. Okay, well, it's Hurd, it says. He's bigger. It's still close, though. Those big middleweights, man. I was really shocked how big Hurd was. I figured he was 5'11", 5'10". Yeah. I didn't expect him to be that fucking big.
Big dude.
I know. Now. And you know what? We did see the Charlos at the fight in Dallas, didn't we?
Yes.
They didn't say nothing. We didn't say nothing. We just kind of walked past. I saw Adrian Broner. Did you see Adrian there?
No, I didn't. I heard he was supposed to come. I think they were waiting on him or something.
Yeah, I saw him. He sounded normal. But then, you know who I did see? Michael Crabtree.
Oh, yeah.
One of the reporters there asked Michael Crabtree for an autograph, and he said, "No, I'm not signing autographs. I don't want to be noticed." And I felt bad for the reporter. He's kind of, what a dick move. So I said, "What's up, Mike Crabtree?" And I yelled it real loud, and I shook his hand, and everybody started swarming. And when I said, "What's up, Michael Crabtree?" I yelled that shit where everybody heard it.
I used to spar with Query.
The young. We tried to kill each other. Well, how far did Mike Query get in his career, and how far did you get, Julian? You see what I'm saying? You guys didn't work on a game plan. You guys just tried to beat each other up.
That's horrible.
Am I right?
Yeah. Truth hurts.
Their junior middleweights huge for their middle, and they are big. And you know what? I think we might be going back to a golden age of the '90s and early 2000s where middleweights are bigger now. These 5'9" motherfuckers Did you see that little tiny guy at the fight? He said he was a middleweight and he was like 5'4". Remember the little Mexican guy with the Dallas Cowboys?
Oh yeah.
He said he's a middleweight, and I said, "Did you spell strawweight wrong?"
Well, I was like the one guy that came here and was like, "Yeah, I used to spar and get in Jeff Lampkin's ass." Jeff Lampkin was a light heavyweight and a fucking cruiserweight, and this guy was 5'4", maybe 140 pounds soaking wet.
But he used to beat up Jeff Lampkin, and then he beat up Boo Boo Mancini, and they want to sign him, right?
Yeah, right.
I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
That's the way how it always goes.
He beat Boo Boo Mancini one week, and he went from lightweight to light heavyweight in a week to spar each other. You know what I mean? They did not realize how big he really is. That's Julian said, I got all the way to Folsom Prison Blues. But that one guy, that dude at the fights was about 5'3", and he said, "Yeah, I remember my middleweight days." Middleweight, motherfucker. You look like a Budweiser party keg at that weight. You know what I mean?
He's like, oh, they changed the weight for the classes.
Back then, back in my day, middleweight was actually 125. Yeah. Back in my day. It's always back in their day too, isn't it?
Middleweight followed by bantamweight.
Hey, I'm gonna bring something else up too. Old Pob, what's his name? Rilger.
Yeah.
Remember the dude that trained Willie Pep at Basilio?
Yeah.
If any of you guys are friends with this
is a good one.
This is a good one. If any of you guys on this are friends with Pob Rilger, I'm going to tell you right now, he is a fucking fraud. He is a liar. He did not train these guys. He claimed he trained Willie Pep. He said he trained Carmen Basilio. Me and Kelly, I didn't major in math in college, and Kelly's not an idiot, but we did our math in there. And if he would have trained Willie Pep in the amateur days, like he claimed in the 1930s,
I would say 94, between 94 and 100 years old.
103 years old he would have been.
Yeah.
And this dude gets on here, and he has no pictures of him.
We Googled the fuck out of it. I think we searched every search engine to find this guy.
Every search engine. And then BoxRec.
Nothing to even do with boxing.
Nothing.
Came up. Not even that he fought or fucking trained anybody.
Nope.
Nothing.
So when I called this guy out on his bullshit, he goes, you don't understand. You better talk to me with respect, youngster. I've been in this sport for years. I said, you got to earn my respect, motherfucker. I don't know who you are from a hole in the wall. And then me and Kelly started Googling because we had nothing to do. And BoxRec. We never heard of this dude. He didn't train. I told him, you didn't train Carmen Basilio. He goes, I was his head trainer. I said, no, you were not. I believe it was the same trainer that Muhammad Ali had that trained Basilio.
That's your part on that.
Yeah.
The historian part.
Yeah, well, I'm not a historian, fuck. But I did that, and I know Willie Pep. He didn't train Willie Pep.
Says, how tall was John goes, how tall was Pazienza? He moved
5'6".
up a few. Yeah, I would say 5'6", 5'7".
Yeah.
He's really short.
Really short. And he after 35, he couldn't punch anymore.
Yep. Kevin says, between 147, 154, and 160, which division heats up? Well, 147 is already fucking heated up.
Nunn was big out of camp. He didn't look like a middleweight or something. No, Nunn was big. He was tall. But also, I think, is Nunn still doing time? Nunn got a lot of prison time.
I don't know.
You heard about your boy Kellen Winslow, didn't you?
No, what happened with him?
They say he raped an 89-year-old woman or 78-year-old woman and another woman.
What?
2 counts of rape. Yeah, that he's in prison. They won't give him his bail or nothing.
He might get off, though, with the fucking, what's that new shit with the head injuries?
Yeah, CTE.
Yeah.
I don't know if that'd be enough. You know what I mean?
That's horrible. When did you hear that?
I read it yesterday in ESPN.
Holy shit toes.
Yep.
Did you guys ever get any type of injuries or anything at all?
Sometimes Vikings tend to lose an arm, a limb, a leg, a finger. An eye. But old Viking Herm's got the old melon protector on. No injuries here.
Yeah, I knew Nunn was enjoying it for a while for drugs. I've met Nunn when he was at 10 Goose, when Joe Goose was training. I remember how tall he was, and he was a big guy. Yeah, but Pazienza was no bigger than 5'6" at any point, really.
Yeah, no, he's small. He's a small guy.
He's 5'6" and talks like he's 6'6".
Yeah, I hung out with him for a good amount of time at the Italian American Hall of Fame.
How was that?
It wasn't bad. I mean, nice guy.
Yeah.
It really was nice, but just...
Could you imagine if you'd had him and Greg Haugen together?
Well, worse.
Well, that probably never happens because Greg Haugen's not Italian.
I'll watch what I say.
Or Camacho?
Camacho seemed like a cool-ass fucking dude.
Yeah, but he did talk a lot of shit, didn't he?
Yeah. But he didn't when the cameras were off.
Nah, he was a sweet dude.
Yeah, when the cameras were off, he was cool as hell.
But you know who was the opposite? You know who was a really cool guy and turned into a cocksucker when the cameras went off? Oscar De La Hoya.
Yeah.
He was the opposite.
I heard.
He was such a cool dude when the camera was on. He goes, I just didn't want to fight. I would cry.
I'm a wiener.
I would cry when I had to fight because I was just a good person. The camera off is like, get me my staff. Get out of here. I don't sign nothing. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, man. Who do you think Spence fights next? What do you say?
Ricky goes, screw Damon. I want the Viking.
Be careful what you wish for. If you mess with the axe, you're gonna get the whole handle.
That was Dan.
Oh, man.
That Goosen that died with best memory ever. He hadn't seen me in 17 years. Yeah, Dan Goosen was a fucking good man, a fucking strong, just a great man. I love talking to him. Funny story, every time him and Ricky Funes were real close. Every time he would sing, you'd see Ricky, he would sing Old Ricky Boy, he said old Daddy Boy. Mm-hmm. He would sing a song to Ricky, it's funny, but that guy remembered everything in every place. And you know who else like that? Joe Goosen doesn't forget shit either. Like Joe will remember exactly where he was at that moment. I didn't see Joe for about 2 years, and he started on the conversation we had 2 years prior in the same spot we left off at. I was like, what the fuck? Better hair, Salvador Sanchez or Julian Jackson? Both look like they could have been on the movie Semi-Pro, huh? Yeah, you jive, Turkey?
Julian Jackson still got fucking good hair. YouTube, Alfonso Green. King Kong called out Tyson. Who wins? I think Tyson on that one.
What's that?
With you.
Who?
Tyson.
Versus King Kong?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Tyson. Viking Herm versus Ricky Funes. I got Ricky in the early rounds. I think Viking Herm would eventually overtake him. He has an axe.
I think from the beginning, I just think he's too big, too.
He's too big. Ricky's about 140.
Viking Herm's about 280.
Ricky's about 147, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Viking Herm hit a PR today.
370?
Yeah.
Wow. Sergio Martinez said, you have brutal power. Who had the most power you fought, Kelly? Jeff Pitcher asked that.
Oh, Miranda.
Edison Miranda. Why do people just credit Sergio Mora against Jacobs? People don't want to hear the truth. You know what I mean? I think that's what that goes to. Jacobs fight a level of competition, but also Sergio Mora's a good fucking fighter. He's not a fucking bad fighter.
Not at all.
Santa Cruz versus Gary Russell. Oh fuck, here we go again. I got Santa Cruz in that fight, and go ahead, Kelly.
I got Gary Russell. Yes, I do.
Pete says Gary Russell's too fast. That doesn't mean shit in that division.
It don't, but listen. Now on that, James says that Santa Cruz throws too many punches, and he does. But when you have a guy with the speed that Gary Russell has, and actually his conditioning is pretty fucking good too.
Yeah.
I think Santa Cruz is going to be blocking the punches, worried about getting hit more than throwing punches.
Even if he blocked half of those punches, he'd still throw more punches than most in that division.
Yeah. Damon, Viking Herm versus Timothy Green, Amy's husband. Viking Herm.
He'd be close. They both have the same they both have epic beards. Miranda, never would have thought. Really, Jeff?
He was the most feared fighter in boxing.
In the early 2000s, late 90s, he was a fucking boogeyman. He was what Triple G was in power.
Middle 2000s, right when I was fighting him, nobody wanted to fight him. In 2007.
Didn't he have 2 knockouts of the year back to back?
Yeah, it broke the fuck out of Abraham's jaw.
And then who else was he knocked through the ropes?
Alan Green.
His feet were through the ropes. Yeah, fuck that. Here's my thing on this, and on the Gary Russell thing. Gary Russell's a great counterpuncher, probably one of the best in the sport. And I've always heard the best way to beat a counterpunch him is high punch volume. If you throw high punch volume and good power, it will slow them down. And also this, Jojo Diaz is not nearly the puncher that Leo is, and Jojo hurt Gary Russell a couple times. If Leo lands the same bombs, he's really going to hurt him. Because everything Leo throws is 3 to 5 punch combinations. You don't see Leo throw single punches. Leo doesn't throw a 1, a 2, a 1, like that. A 1, he don't throw 2, 3, 2. He throws he's fucking 5, 6 punch combinations. Everything he throws. I think it's going to be a good fight regardless. I think the true winners of that fight is the fans.
We will just see. We argued about this one long enough, too.
Yeah, we argued Saturday.
Mr. Green and Viking Herman are old buddies. Not going to happen.
Julian says, I don't know. Russell's good. Yeah, but so is Santa Cruz. He's done proved it. And another thing is, I don't know. I don't know if Gary Russell has that backup plan. He showed Lomachenko he does not know how to adjust. I don't know if he's something he picked up from then to now.
It's a different type fight, though, again, with
he still
Santa
didn't
Cruz.
make any adjustments. None.
I mean, I'm going out. Abner Maher is a good fighter, but I still think Gary Russell was a lot better fighter, and Mars was in Santa Cruz's ass. Okay,
Frampton beat Santa Cruz.
I understand styles make fights, but just...
I agree with you. But Frampton beat Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz came back and beat the shit out of this guy. He was able to adjust to a good counterpuncher like Frampton, an offensive guy, and he was also a good counterpuncher. All
right, we got a YouTube question from Ohio Runs Boxing. Timothy Bradley versus Adrian Broner.
I would have Tim Bradley in that fight.
I may have to actually lean towards Adrian Broner in that one.
Really? Yeah. I think Tim Bradley's more active than Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner will sit, wait. Tim Bradley had a good fucking chin, man.
He did, but Broner also, I think, in that fight with his skills, though, would have been a little too much. And so I think he's a little bigger than Bradley. Good fight, though. That's a good matchup.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, it could actually go either way. But I would lean more towards Broner in that fight. I would.
Why won't Leo do what he promised to fight Frampton in Belfast? Because there's more money here in LA for him to fight. Okay. This is where his fan base is at, you know. Can't wait to cash in on Garcia when he kills Easter in the ring. Fuck. You're not going to cash in much. Have you seen the odds? I don't know what kind of cashing in you get.
Daniel Martinez. Gary Russell versus Viking Herm and the Thundercats.
Wasn't it 8-1? You're not going to make much money on 8-1, are you? Enjoy your 50 cents, Pete. Enjoy your 50 cents. Enjoy your $1.50 on that win, big guy.
Anybody want to answer that one?
What's that?
Gary Russell versus Viking Herm and the Thundercats.
I got Viking Herm. After he fucking raped Chitara.
Are the Thundercats on Herm's side or Russell's side?
Russell's side.
Ooh, still sounds like a bunch of pussies.
Why is Viking Herm raping Chitara? And Schnell.
Pete Bonicker.
Viking Herm doesn't need to rape. Every woman that Viking Herm has been with has been willing.
Can't wait to cash in on Garcia when he kills Easter in the ring. Yeah, Pete, well, that's when we're going. We're going with that one, too.
As I said, there's 8-1 odds. You're not going to make money on that.
Oh, you could if you
Santa Cruz only fights Maras and Frampton. Oh, yeah, and those other 38 fights, I don't know who those were against. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Broner would not
work and so far, only Gary Russell's only fought Jojo Diaz and fucking Lomachenko. So
that's a good point there.
Didn't Kelly take the Miranda fight like 2 weeks out?
No.
Yeah. How long was your camp for that?
8 weeks.
There's no way you would have took that fight 2 weeks out, would you?
Look, well, if it was for that spot, then yeah, I would have.
You would have?
Yeah.
You would have killed yourself, huh?
Yeah. Still Team 6 and that sniper versus Viking Herm.
Which sniper? The line sniper? What's his name? Chris Kyle? It's Viking Herm.
This is fucking Dan Martinez now with these questions.
I don't know why everyone wants to kill Viking Herm, but you're going to need more men than you've been naming off.
Also, thanks for reminding me, Bobby. We want to thank the Concrete Cowboy from Dallas or from Frisco, Texas, for holding our event Saturday.
Yes,
that was awesome of them. Thank you for the support. It'd be more awesome. They give us free food, wouldn't it? I didn't get to steak. I didn't eat the steak there. I had the bunless burger.
I didn't get to get it either.
I had the bunless burger. You ate steak that night, did you? You ate the steak.
Oh yeah, I did.
You did, yeah.
Man,
you're so fucking tired. You don't remember eating steak.
Still not with it, man.
I'm not either. I slept most of the day. I watch Vikings and sleep, and wake up, watch Vikings, and go back to sleep. And I went grocery shopping.
So, are you into this Viking thing now too?
No, I want to watch the show though. I need to understand what world Viking Herm comes from.
You don't need to know.
Norway.
But I watched it before. I watched it some years ago when I was in Iraq, and I wanted to finish it, so I figured it was a good time now. No, I'm not. I don't even think I have Viking DNA, so I don't think it would.
You have to go back and check your thing.
I have Aztec DNA though. Aztecs were good warriors. They're little, but they're good warriors.
They were, but not versus Viking Herm.
Well, Vikings and Aztecs never met.
What do you think?
They were just a savage though. Aztecs were just as savage as Vikings. They'd take your fucking heart and put it up on the fucking thing and let it bleed down on everybody.
The Aztecs worship the sun. As I said before, the sun and I don't agree very well considering I have been sunburnt. So just let it be known that if I find a way to row my long ship to the sun, I will vanquish you, son. Not even Bruce Willis in a spaceship could stop me.
The Polish heavyweight, Adam Kowanaki, I don't see much how he's going to get an HBO show. What do you think of him? I don't know. I don't know. They're giving everybody shows these days, to be honest with you. Look at us. Anybody get a fucking show, right, Kelly?
Firmer Krat, do you think Triple G is an all-time great? What elite fighters has GG fought?
Yes.
I don't think he's going to go down as that. I mean, he shouldn't.
I think
a lot of ass kissers will fucking give it to him, but there's nobody for him to fight that.
I think he's going to go down as an elite middleweight, though. He'll be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah, because of all the fights he's won and the title defenses he made.
What other trainers did you consider when you started with Robert Garcia, Kelly?
Nobody. It was Robert Garcia.
Nobody.
Didn't need anybody else.
What do you think of Anthony Yard? You know, Dylan, to be honest with you, I don't know much about him. I've heard of him. I haven't seen too much, but it's somebody, what I'll do is later is I'll check and I'll study and get back to you on that. I don't have an answer, like an educated answer, you know. I'm not going to sit here and bullshit you. Me and Kelly say, oh, he's good, and we've never seen the fucking guy. So we're not going to insult your intelligence. You know, what other trainer, looking back now, what other trainers would you have considered other than Robert Garcia? If you could go back.
Nobody, really.
If you could go back, you could think of anybody else?
I could. I mean, you had Kenny Adams, you had Goose, and maybe the reason why it's hard right now is because there wasn't nobody really thrown out there. For some reason, that's who Top Rank wanted also, but...
What about Rudy?
Oh, yeah, Rudy. But Rudy, I didn't know that he was big with the training of the guys at that
cutting,
time.
Right?
Yeah,
cuts,
cut man.
Yeah.
Well, fuck yeah, Rudy too.
I think you were where you should have been. I think Robert Garcia was the best thing for you. I think, and I think personally, like, I don't know, but maybe I know if you agree or not. But I think if you would have had Robert from the very beginning, I think your career would have went another trajectory. I don't think we'd be talking about Triple G.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you'd probably still fucking be fighting.
Nah.
No.
Not at all.
Duva wanted you, yeah, but not as a trainer, just to sign him.
Yeah, Duva actually came to my house. Before I turned pro. It was a close, yeah, I know, dude, on fucking Cornell on the south side of Youngstown, 2 fucking limos come pulling down the street, stop at my house, it's Duva, sat in the kitchen. It was a fucking neat experience, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. That is crazy. Were you thinking about it?
Yeah, but then he was coughing. I didn't think he was going to make it as long as he did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he looked in bad shape.
Yeah, he did.
That was in 2000.
Yeah, he was already... And, you know, I think Robert Garcia's personality went good with yours.
Yeah, you know, the thing was, at that point with Robert Garcia, I knew I was at the end. I mean, I was losing it for the sport. I really was. Especially after the first 2 fights out there. Like, when the Roel Brzezinski fight was made, I was ready for the big fight. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that kind of, like, really zapped a lot of shit out of me. And, of course, the biggest one was the Andre Ward fight that was supposed to happen. And Andre Ward ended up getting hurt, and there was no names out there. They couldn't feed, you know, Cameron, Top Rank, they couldn't feed me a name of another opponent to fight that was worth it.
Yeah, that was that would have paid you what you were worth.
So I would have done stayed home for 3 weeks, and then gone back out for another 3 or 4 months and trained to fight another Roel Brzezinski or, you know, Aaron Jacob.
Yeah.
That was the whole problem.
True. What do you think of, Julian said, what do you think of, who do you think won, Tony Balsar or Howard Davis? I feel the worst, Robert. I thought Tony won the fight, to be honest with you. I just saw that the other day on YouTube. I think I watched it on YouTube.
Oh, good question here from YouTube. Okay. Ohio Runs Boxing. Why Roger Mayweather never got Trainer of the Year when he trained one of the best fighters in our generation?
because who else do you train other than the greatest fighters generation?
Yeah,
and Floyd's father was responsible for the majority of his training too. So, I think when they do these trainings, it's the overall of your work. I don't think it should be just this one fighter. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It may be a system. I don't know. But there's a lot of trainers that's been overlooked for that too, that they should have won it. Old Man G is the man. Well, yeah, he was. He's a great trainer. People give Robert a lot of credit, but the big G is responsible for most of that.
Well, of course. Same with any great trainer, though.
Yeah.
They learn from somebody, and somebody learned from that person, and so they learn from another person.
Exactly. So. And now, then you got Robert's kids who are going to learn from him, or Mikey's going to learn and become a trainer himself eventually one day.
You think Mikey will stay involved in it like that?
I don't think so.
I think Mikey has too many activities on the outside that he won't.
I think Mikey's trying to get his pro race card and his gun collection card. And, maybe the law enforcement. He was talking about law enforcement, going back to law enforcement, things like that. So.
Furman, who was the hardest puncher in boxing? I say Julian the Hawk Jackson.
I say Gerald McClellan.
You can put them two up there, definitely, and Ernie Shavers.
Yeah. Pound for pound, I think he's going pound for pound, but yeah, I think so. I would have Gerald McClellan, though, as a pound for pound guy.
Over Julian?
Yeah.
I was listening to Mike McCallum talk.
Well, 2 knockouts over Julian, right? Yeah, 2 knockouts over Julian.
Yeah.
Julian couldn't knock him down even.
Mike said he was the hardest.
Mike didn't fight Gerald, though. He fought Julian.
No, he fought Julian.
Yeah, but he didn't fight Gerald.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's a good one.
Nobody fought Julian and fought Gerald after. Like, fuck that. You know what I mean? But they fought twice. And Julian was carried out of the ring both times, Which took balls. They took big balls to fucking fight him, get knocked out the first time, and then fight him and get knocked out the second time.
Man. I know you're going to go pound for pound. I still say Shavers, too, though, from people, he fought a heavyweight.
Yeah.
That motherfucker, they said he just hit.
But I think we're going for pound. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I mean, there's got smaller.
He wasn't that big of a fucking. He was big.
He was 220, 225. That's a big guy, man. He was a big dude.
6'4".
What other cradle to retirement guy did Roger Trainer? None. Exactly. And he hasn't. And he never had to because he made enough money with Floyd, which is good. But Roger wasn't responsible for Floyd's career. Floyd Sr. was too. So, I mean, they both worked in unison.
How many different trainers did Floyd have? 2.
Roger and Floyd. And whenever he was mad at his dad, he brought Roger back. Or whenever he loved his dad, he brought Floyd back in. It was just it's a mess. You know what I mean?
And neither one of them didn't care that much because the money was good. All right, we're going to wrap it up here in 3.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
he got hit by Shavers. I thought he was going to die, but shook it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to a handful of people. I've read the stories on that when people say he fought Shavers. Fuck, when he shook my hand, I didn't believe that was a real hand.
It was like a club, huh?
Fuck. Now, I got fairly big hands. You know what I mean? Like, that was scary.
Yeah, fuck. Those are like, who's the hardest puncher of all time? Those are loaded questions because you can go through any division and come up with a name. Pound for pound, fucking Michael Carbajal was one of the hardest punchers. You know what I mean? If you just go pound for pound, I mean, Ricardo Lopez, you had guys like that. Fuck. It just depends. I don't know. I think you'd have to go by every division to make that fair,
I know, but, heavyweight, I understand because there's no weight limit to it. And I see what you're saying, being that big, but...
Best jab in boxing. I have 2. I have Larry Holmes and Ike Corte. The greatest jab in boxing.
I can't give Ike Corte that.
I can. I will. I have never met Tex Cobb, David Ball. Have you met Tex Cobb?
No.
Nope. Never met him. Who had the best chin ever?
Ooh.
Oh, fuck. Oh, man.
Man, there's so many to throw out there, and I got I froze on that one.
I'll tell you who. I'll throw one name out. Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali had a great fucking chin. Triple G has a fucking great chin. I'm telling you, dude. Here's what I think: if Canelo would have hit
Chavez,
but there was chinks at the end, But Chavez, yes. But if Canelo would have hit anybody else with that punch that he hit Triple G with that night, Triple G's head just kind of, and he went right back to it. I was like, fuck. Provodnikov had a great chin, yes. I don't know, man. There's just so many out there. Those guys had great chins,
Campos, your boy
Campos. But Trinidad fucked him up pretty bad. So did Vargas.
Would you take away from his chin on that, or?
Well, he stopped him.
Yeah.
Vargas broke his jaw on the way out, right?
Well, he had no chin left, so of course can't count that. You have a good chin.
I already said Ali, Dylan. See, Dylan don't even listen to shit. I said Ali in the beginning, like Ali puts a question mark. I'm like, really?
Viking Herm's favorite chin comes from Peter Griffin. No one has a better chin than a butt chin, or a nutsack chin.
Carl Froch had a good. You know more of that. I have a Carl Froch chin.
I don't know. I heard of what he does. I didn't fight him. I mean, let me tell you this though. He got his ass rocked by JT.
Yeah.
Got dropped, didn't he? Yeah.
Hey, Taylor was sharp, man.
Got his ass whipped by Jermaine Taylor, actually.
Jackie McCoy did a few cradle to retirement. And you know what? The Big G did a few cradle to retirement.
Oh, fuck. Good point by Ricky.
Who?
Arthur Abraham.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, he did.
Yep. He had a good chin, too.
Too good of a chin.
I would have liked to said Arturo Gatti had a great chin.
Yeah.
But he has been stopped by Oscar and a couple of times. But he had a great chin. He fought guys that were way too big for him.
Being stopped, that's more of accumulation.
Yeah, that was not a one-punch KO. Not. And you know who else had a great chin at one time? Brandon Rios had a great fucking chin. He got older and cracked, but before you never. Best footwork.
I had a pretty good one.
Best footwork.
Never been stopped.
You did too? Yes. Best footwork.
Chin. Alfonso Green said George Foreman.
Great chin too, yes.
Yeah.
Best footwork. Would it be out of line to say Lomachenko already?
No,
Lomachenko.
Definitely not.
How about Paul Spadafora?
Paul Spadafora.
Pernell Whitaker.
Well, we're going back on the footwork thing, and the point that you made up, and it's true that the only thing with Whitaker is he left himself out of range.
Position. Yes, he was. He had great moves, and he make you miss, but he was always out of position to counter. So yeah.
Fucking Triple G got really good footwork though.
Beautiful footwork. Canelo's footwork is not bad. And people make fun of him, say, "Oh, he don't have great footwork." But what are you watching? Bernard Hopkins, yes. Sergio Martinez. Sergio had great footwork. There's just so it's such a hard
Sugar
thing.
Ray Leonard.
Mikey Garcia has great footwork.
Mikey Garcia.
There's just so many out there, guys. Oh, Sugar Ray Leonard. Oh, fucking Willie Pep. You know what I mean? We can go all this all day long. But you know what? The thing with Sergio, he had crazy footwork, but he was always in position. He's always in position, and he takes Sergio took what you did well and he minimized it, and that's great footwork. Pac-Man had great hips. He didn't have great feet. He would feint. He
was in and out, though. He was in and out. He'd feint. But a lot of times that ended up getting him kind of caught, too.
Yeah. But I don't know. I wouldn't put him up there with great footwork. I say he had great hips. He'd shake you a little bit and then feint you and hit you with something crazy.
Oh, man.
But yeah.
Wrap it up.
Well, I think it was a great show today. What do you think? And
very good show.
Duran, another one, great footwork. Yeah, great show.
I just need sleep.
Great show today, guys, and we'll be back next Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Viking Herm's on Facebook now. Apparently, that's a thing of social media. Viking Herm, search it.
Next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Subscribe to the show, like it, and share it.
We'll be back on Tuesdays, 7 o'clock. Yeah, go to YouTube, subscribe. And anything else?
No, you got it. Subscribe, like it, share the show, and that's it. And thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it. Thank you, Furman. You guys have a great week, and we can't do this show without you. So thanks for all the participation. Have a good one.